By the way, we've seen differently. The government of Uganda introduced a new curriculum education for the lower secondary students, and then previously they upgraded and went to A level, so they introduced the same curriculum to the upper secondary students, which is even actually expected to run up to the university. So I don't know, you as a person that has been in education for some time now, you've been in engagement with different schools, different students, and a person who started at the times of old curriculum education, is there any difference between the new curriculum and the old curriculum? And then what's your take on this new curriculum education?
So first of all, I think we're having the curriculum was first introduced at the lower secondary level.
Yeah, the lower secondary level.
It is brought in a line of being competence-based curriculum.
It is competence-based.
So they wanted to
practical.
So they were intending to impart skills to the students of the following generations, such that even when a student gets out after sitting their ordinary level,
try to increase your voice a little bit.
They are in a position to have the practical skills,
okay,
that maybe in one way or the other it can earn them a living. So I think that was the
because when you look at the old curriculum, many of us would study, and after campus you be jobless. You'll be there, you're having nothing, you're doing nothing, you have no one that can give you a job. It's all about connection. Who knows you, who knows the other. But now you see there is this new curriculum, because it is full of practicals in each and every subject. You need to have some practical skills, whether it is history education or geographical education. You need to be with skills practically. So I don't know.
So the first of all, for me, the uniqueness that I've seen with our new curriculum is that there is uniqueness in the format of the papers, the questions. Yeah? So now the students are being examined using the scenario type of questions. So whereby a scenario is having a certain problem, you get, and then a student must apply the knowledge that they acquired from the class to give the response to this problem in the scenario. So meaning that the difference that these students are having is that they are in a position, they are being skilled to think on their own. So the questions are no longer directed that we want, let's say for the O-levelers, maybe it's biology, maybe they want to know whether a student understood how the process of digestion is proceeding. You get? So now it is no longer brought directly that maybe they want a description.
But do you think students are going to be more different in the working environment compared to us of the old curriculum education?
So actually, I've not seen a difference when it comes to the post-school life, not so?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's what we should discuss. Students still, because even today, even when they have slightly done a change in the curriculum, but still students, they are learning, they are having theoretical knowledge, of course. They are learning, they are having theoretical knowledge. Even when a student is taught the chemistry, the biology, still they live in the same line as those students who did the old curriculum. You get? You find that the students still there. So if we check at the students who started senior 4, the other year and even this year, and these ones who have started this year, I mean this last year, they are having their results this year, not so? So if we try to approach one of those students, you may find that there is nothing that they can implement, they can do, basing on the school knowledge. You get that? So meaning that still there is too much theory. Theory is still there.
Okay, so
unless the students maybe have gone through the institutes who have acquired
anyway,
skills.
what I was trying to say is that do you think there is going to be a difference after they've graduated at the university? Do you feel like there is going to be a change?
So this curriculum, actually, it is the students now who are joining the university through the new curriculum. I think it is of an advantage to them in a way that
it is of an advantage.
Yeah, it is of an advantage, because even the students in the old curriculum used to learn in the old curriculum, but now when they join the university, they find difficulties of making the research on their own. But now the advantage that these students are having today is that by the time they join the university, they are already familiar. They are used to this style of learning. They can do their own research, even though at the lower levels now, the research is a bit minor, but at least they are exposed to that style of education. You get? So that one becomes an advantage to those ones who are joining the what? The university.
There is only one thing that I love about the new curriculum education. Fine, it is research oriented, like you've said.
Yes.
Everything is all about research. You know, it is just like university education, because they give you coursework, they give you research work, you can research and present. You understand? Now it has been brought to secondary. You know, for us in old curriculum, they used to just give us notes. You have to cram and just pump everything into the brains by force, whether you understand where they came from, what they mean, what they, you know, it's all about you. For us, we could cram. But now here, I've seen it is different. A learner has to adjust and cope up with something like related to understanding the concept.
Yeah, it is more, actually, it is more of understanding.
Understanding. The moment a learner fails to understand, then there is no work there.
Yeah, they are put off.
They are put off topic.
If they don't try to understand. So the applicability of the knowledge is what is always examined. They want students to apply that knowledge and overcome a certain scenario problem, which is being what? Which is being examined.
Which is being examined, or the problem that could be existing in a given community.
Yeah. So I think that is again a plus to this curriculum. However, the theoretical part of it still it has remained.
There is theory.
Theory still. So that one has not changed.
Has not changed.
Yeah, it has not changed a lot. And then we've seen that even now when we look at the curriculum of the A level, there is a lot of delays that have been made, because up to this time, or even when those senior fours who sat for the new curriculum, they are final examinations in the new curriculum for the first time. Their results came, but they had already announced the ministry that it is going to be also applied at the advanced level. But then it took time that even now the teachers and schools are not yet informed of what should be taught in advanced.
Because I've seen most of the teachers and schools are using old curriculum in A level.
You get?
And yet, this year in 2026 is when the first new curriculum A level class is sitting in Uganda. Okay, you understand that? And then we've seen it is we are now remaining with only around 9 to 10 months for them to sit their final exams of upper secondary education.
And what is posing a lot of worries is that you find that up to this time, schools have not yet received the enable samples.
The sample
of how papers. The papers are going to appear. So they have not yet received.
It is only
the enable samples. There are some saturating. So there are some ideas, yes, but not yet approved. by the ministry.
By the Ministry of
You get?
Education and
So meaning that up to this time, we have no assurance that students are going to have papers which are in this line. You get? Eh?
Oh.
And actually, even another issue is that some of the schools, actually not schools, basically the teachers, you find that who are not following the curriculum as it is suggested by the UNEP, find that these topics, because I looked at the work of one of there was a certain student I met, and she was learning from a different school somewhere. You get? So I was so astonished to find that in her book, her notes, they were even having one of the chapters which were eliminated from the curriculum. So I got surprised. So I wondered why now is it taught? Because it's not going to be examined anywhere. Then why would they have these notes?
All right.
So all those ones are challenges.
You were saying you looked into the book of a student, and
I found some chapters which were eliminated from the work.
but that student is still giving time to such notes.
And the student, for them, they are unaware. If you get so,
because even their teachers are also unaware.
I cannot blame the student. The
I
teachers,
get
no, for the curriculum it was given out.
The A-level curriculum?
Yes, the syllabus, how to be followed.
The course outline.
Yeah, it was given out. So
but then how comes the student is having notes of
so
that
maybe
were even
I don't know,
eliminated
maybe they were told before, I don't know. So
before the release of
yeah, I cannot give that explanation, but maybe it was a mistake done, I don't know. But all those ones, there are challenges everywhere, there are common challenges, not only to that student in particular, but to most of them, even those ones that we've not interacted with, you may find that they are having different challenges.
There is something that has always been disturbing a lot of people out there. Most parents don't understand this thing of result one performance, basically in the new curriculum education. Because for us, we were graded in first grade, second grade, third, and ungraded.
And Uganda. We had Uganda, it is at P7? I think it is still in
even in O level, we used to have ungraded.
We used to have Uganda.
Sure. The ones who were scoring 71.
72.
Were the people who were scoring 72 aggregate. How many did you score at O level?
I don't recall.
No, honestly.
What I recall, I had a first grade.
You had the first grade. But there, and a first grade ranges from 8 to 32 at the old curriculum education. But there are students who could perform 72 aggregates, and they are seeing us. They are there. They're right there watching us at the moment. So, back to the result one system. Every student passed in a result one system in the new curriculum education. It is only 7% of the entire population of the students who sat the Uganda certificate education exams who failed.
So now,
result 2, I think result what? But result 1, 90-something%.
So now, what I'm wondering now is, according to you, is that of that grading? What is it leaving behind? Is it of an advantage really, or it is more of disadvantages? That style of grading?
I don't know, what do you think? Because
I've
just posed the question to you.
So that one, according to what I see now, because we've had different schools at different levels. Because we had the government schools. Actually, if you see that, you see in Uganda, it is the private schools perform better than government schools, right?
Exactly.
But even amongst the private schools, they are in levels. You find that a certain school is more than the other school in terms of
For example, we have the top 10 schools in the country.
We usually have those schools. So, and how have they been ranked in terms of performance? They've been ranked depending on how many students sat from that center. You get? If they were 400 students
relative to the performance,
then it is related to the number of students who have excelled, because passing, most of them pass. But now it is related even to those ones who have excelled. Maybe they're having first grades. Find that a school had let's say 400 students who sat for UNEP. find that 300 they are in first and second grade. You get that one still puts a difference from, let's say, a certain school in urban centers or in urban areas. Then it differentiates that school from the other school in the village area, whereby for them they only celebrate even when they've ably managed to score a single first grade. You find that it is a plus on them, you get. But now today, those schools, I think it has brought what we call the balances, regardless of which school did you learn from, because you find that all students, there is no difference. Most of them, they are passing in what? They are
result one.
In result one, you get. Because if you look at some of the conditions put for students to go out of result one, you find that they are minor and they are avoidable. Right? They can be avoided. Maybe a student missed an examination, you get, of which that one does not relate with the standard of the school. So meaning that it has also denied the difference between the schools in their respective categories. You get that? So it is now bringing the schools together. So now my question is, are these schools still getting the same students they used to have? These bigger, the so-called bigger schools?
Maybe our viewers,
because now,
our viewers will elaborate, they will tell us.
Another thing that I want to talk about is, now if, let's assume I were the parent, I'm making an assumption, I were the parent of that student, you get. So now the reason as to why I was taking my kid, let's say, to Budo, you get, it is because I had an assurance that all the times, let's say Budo, King's College Budo, they were having, most of the students, like let's say 90%, get a first grade because they are better in terms of performance, you get. But now today, there are no issues of first grade, second grade. So now I will ask myself, why would I pay this higher school fees? Because the reasons why I would pay, I wanted my student, my kid, to have the first grade, you get. But now today, even when I've taken the kid to this downtown school, still they are going to score the result one as those ones in King's College, what? You get. Then, so which means that it is also putting that question. Are the schools still getting the students they used to get, or they've been affected in one way or the other?
Of course, I'm sure there could be a relaxed performance, maybe in terms of students population in those big schools, to some parents. However, there are parents who live a luxurious life. They say, my child cannot go to, you understand that? So there is that category of parents.
Cannot go to
who are big. So they will always say, my kid will always go to St. Julian. You understand? Anyway, let's take a pause.